Most people spend their entire lives loving their dogs, but never actually hearing them. We think silence means they aren't speaking, but that is a mistake. Your dog is communicating with you with crystal clear precision every single moment of the day. They watch you. They feel with you. That gentle sigh when you sit down, the way they bury their head in your lap, these are calculated emotional signals meant specifically for you. Today, we are going to decode 9 common behaviors you've seen 1,000 times but never truly understood. Prepare yourself, because the real meaning behind these gestures might just break your heart in the best way possible. Let's begin. 1. Why they lean into you. Picture this. You're sitting quietly on the couch, maybe reading a book, or just scrolling through your phone, decompressed after a long day. Without a sound, your dog walks over and gently leans their entire body, weight, against your leg. There is no bark, no pawing for a treat, no demand to go outside, just a solid, heavy presence. To most people, this looks like nothing. Maybe they're just scratching an itch. But to your dog, that lean is everything. This isn't about asking for food. It's not about claiming territory. It is about anchoring. Think about the anatomy of a dog for a second. They don't have arms to wrap around you. They cannot offer a hug in the way primates do. So this lean is their version of a hug. In the wild, when animals are frightened, cold, or unsure, they huddle close. They press their bodies into each other to create a single unified warmth. It's instinct. Touch equals safety. But in your living room, it goes deeper than survival. It becomes emotional support. For dogs who have been through trauma rescue seniors or highly sensitive breeds, this kind of contact is a grounding mechanism. They are literally using your stability to balance their own internal world. Many therapy dogs are trained specifically to lean into patients during panic attacks to help lower heart rates. Your dog does this intuitively. They feel your energy shift. Maybe you're sad. Maybe you're just tired, and they want you to borrow their strength. Or conversely, they are feeling a bit unsure, and they need to borrow yours. Leaning into you is their way of saying, I can't fix the problem, but I am physically here, and I am not going anywhere. That gentle pressure against your side might seem simple, but in their language, it is the same as a best friend reaching out and squeezing your hand in silence. So the next time it happens, don't brush it off or move away. Sit still. Lean back a little. Let them be your anchor, because that lean isn't a nudge. It's a whisper saying, I trust you with my world. But that bond doesn't stop when you leave the room. In fact, for many dogs, the connection only gets stronger the moment you stand up to walk away, which brings us to the second behavior. 2. Why they follow you from room to room. You get up to grab a glass of water. 5 steps later, you hear the soft click, click, click of claws on the floor behind you. You go to the bathroom. They are waiting outside the door. You go to the laundry room. They are sitting by the dryer. No matter where you go, they are your shadow. At first, it might feel sweet, then maybe a little weird. And let's be honest, sometimes it's a little annoying when you just want 5 minutes of privacy. But what looks like clinginess is actually one of the purest expressions of loyalty a dog can offer. We call these Velcro dogs, and there is a biological reason for it. In the wild, a pack stays together. Separation is dangerous. A lone wolf is a vulnerable wolf. For your dog, you are the pack leader, the compass, the center of their universe. Movement means the pack is migrating, and they are hardwired not to be left behind. But in a modern home, it's more than just survival instinct. It is a desire for companionship. Dogs sync themselves to our routines, our rhythms, and even our moods. Scientists have found that dogs experience a rush of oxytocin, the love hormone, just by being in close proximity to their humans. When they follow you, they aren't checking up on you to make sure you aren't eating snacks without them. Well, maybe a little bit, but mostly they are staying connected. They are prioritizing your company over their own comfort. They could stay on the soft couch, but they choose the cold tile of the kitchen floor because that's where you are. For many dogs, especially those who have been abandoned before your presence, is their safety net. Your steps are a signal that everything is okay. Your absence, even for a moment, feels like uncertainty. So when they follow, they aren't being needy. They are saying, "Where you go, I go. I've lost things before, and I won't lose you." You are their rhythm. You are their peace. Let them follow. Even if it's just to the bathroom, accept it as the highest compliment. It means they never want to miss a moment of life with you. But it's not just your footsteps they care about. When the lights go out and it's time to sleep, their instincts show something even deeper, even more vulnerable. 3. Why they sleep pressed against you. It's late. The house is quiet. You settle into bed hoping for a good night's sleep. And then, like clockwork, your dog jumps up. They have the whole foot of the bed. They have their own expensive orthopedic bed on the floor. But no, they wedge themselves right next to you. They press their back against your back, or curl up behind your knees, or rest their head on your ankle. Sometimes they are so close you can't even turn over. Why do they do this? Why do they need that physical contact to drift off? Because sleep is the most vulnerable state an animal can enter. When you are asleep, you cannot defend yourself. You cannot see danger coming. In the wild, sleeping alone means you are exposed. Sleeping together means you are a fortress. When your dog presses their body against you at night, it is the ultimate declaration of trust. They're saying, "I am shutting my eyes, and I know you will keep me safe." They are putting their life in your hands for the next 8 hours. But here's the part people miss. It goes both ways. It's not just about them feeling safe. It's about them making sure you are safe. There is a concept called social sleeping. By touching you, they can feel your breathing. They can feel your heartbeat. If you startle, they will know instantly. There are countless stories of dogs sleeping against owners during periods of grief, depression, or illness, refusing to leave that spot. They are standing guard in the most gentle way possible. They are sharing their body heat and their vigilance. So the next time you feel them breathing against your side, hindering your ability to stretch out, don't push them away. That isn't just cuddling. That is a sacred pact. When they sleep, touching you, it is trust at its rawest form. And when they are awake, they have another way of saying, "I see you and I feel you." One that doesn't involve movement or sound, but a look that cuts right through to the soul. 4. Why they gaze into your eyes. You're sitting quietly, maybe having your morning coffee, and you feel eyes on you. You look up, and your dog is just staring. Their eyes are soft, relaxed, not blinking, not looking away, just watching you. At first, it might feel a little strange. You might wonder, what do they want? Did I forget to feed them? But here's the truth about that gaze. In the animal kingdom, direct eye contact is usually a threat. If a wolf stares at another wolf, it is a challenge. It means back down or fight. But with dogs, specifically dogs bonded with humans, evolution has flipped the script. That stare has become a hug. When your dog locks eyes with you, they aren't asserting dominance. They are reaching out. Science backs this up with something truly beautiful. Studies have shown that when a dog and their owner share a long, soft gaze, the brains of both the human and the dog release oxytocin. This is the exact same bonding hormone that bonds a mother to her newborn baby. It is a chemical loop of love. They are essentially drinking you in. They are reading your face, checking your emotional state, and telling you that they are present. This isn't a stare. It's a connection. For people with anxiety, this steady gaze can be incredibly grounding. Your dog is acting as a tether to the present moment. So when your dog gazes into your eyes, let them. Look back. Soften your face. Blink slowly. You are speaking the only shared language you have one without words. You are telling them, I see you too. But not all messages are intense or focused. Some are as soft as a breath barely noticed, unless you're listening closely. Like that long, deep sound they make when they finally settle down. 5. Why they sigh beside you. It's quiet. You finally sat down after a chaotic day. The TV is low, and then you hear it. Your dog circles a few times, flops down onto the rug, and lets out a long, slow sigh. Not a whine, not a grunt, but a deep exhale from the bottom of their chest. And you wonder, what does that mean? Are they bored? Are they disappointed? We didn't go to the park. Are they sad? The truth is, a sigh from a dog is usually a signal of release. It is the sound of contentment. It is the sound of safety. It is what happens when they finally let their guard down. Imagine carrying invisible tension all day, being hyper-aware of sounds at the door, tracking the mailman, worrying about where you are. Dogs are always on. When they lie down next to you and let out that sigh, it is their nervous system switching off. It is the physical manifestation of the thought, we are safe now. The pack is together. I can rest. It is an emotional exhale. Dogs that sigh beside you aren't asking for anything. They are sharing a moment of peace with you. It is the canine version of taking off your shoes after a long workday and sinking into the chair. So don't mistake it for boredom or sadness. That soft sigh is a compliment. It is their signal that they feel loved enough to completely let go of the world because you are there. And when the world isn't calm, when tension rises or your mood shifts, they have another signal to let you know they feel it too. This one involves a little bit of mimicry. 6. Why they yawn around you. You let out a big yawn. 2 seconds later, you look over and your dog yawns too. You smile, maybe laugh and call them a copycat. But deep down, a question lingers. Is that even possible? Are they actually copying me? The answer is yes. And it means far more than most people realize. Yawning in dogs isn't just about being tired. It is one of the most underrated forms of emotional communication. It's called contagious yawning. And in humans, it is linked to empathy. We are more likely to catch a yawn from a friend than a stranger because we are emotionally tuned into them. Research from Kyoto University found the same thing happens with dogs. They are far more likely to catch a yawn from their owner than from a stranger. That isn't coincidence. It is empathy. It is emotional mirroring. Your dog sees your tension, your fatigue, or your shift in breath, and something in them reflects it. They feel it with you. But yawning is also a calming signal. In dog language, a yawn is a way to diffuse stress. If you are stressed or tense, your dog might yawn to say, I feel the tension here. Let's everyone calm down. They are trying to regulate the energy in the room, so don't overlook it. That little jaw stretch might be the most human thing they do all day. It is shared emotion in motion. But sometimes the emotion is too big to just yawn away. Sometimes they need to get closer. They need to hide. 7 why they bury their head into you. This behavior often comes without warning, and it is incredibly intimate. You're sitting on the floor, or maybe lying on the couch, and your dog slowly walks up and pushes their head into your chest, or they shove their nose under your arm, or they bury their face deep into your lap and just freeze there. No sound, no wag, just quiet, heavy closeness. This isn't just cuddling. It is something much deeper. When a dog buries their head into you, they are doing what they would do in a pack, pressing into the safest thing they know to shut out the rest of the world. They are cutting off their vision of the room and surrounding themselves with you. It is often a response to overstimulation or anxiety, but for most bonded dogs, it is about scent grounding. Dogs are ruled by smell. Your scent, especially in places like your chest, neck, or under your arm, is concentrated. It smells like safety. It smells like home. By burying their head there, they are literally inhaling comfort. They are resetting their brain chemistry. Owners often notice this happens when they are the ones crying or feeling sick. The dog senses the distress and tries to merge with you, offering their closeness as a bandage. It's how they say, I need to be close right now. Or, I know you need me to be close, so let them burrow. Wrap your arms around them. You aren't just hugging them back. You are answering a wordless question, can I hide here? And the answer should always be yes. But not all love comes face to face. Sometimes your dog turns away from you entirely. And surprisingly, this is one of the greatest compliments they can give. 8. Why they sit facing away from you. It's a small thing, but people often misinterpret it. You're both on the couch. You're petting your dog, maybe talking to them softly. And then, without warning, they shift. They spin around so their back is facing you. They sit tall looking out at the room or the door, with their back pressed against your leg or your side. At first, it feels like rejection. It feels like they are giving you the cold shoulder or ignoring you. But in their language, it is love in action. When a dog sits with their back to you, especially while remaining alert, they are not turning away from you. They are positioning themselves between you and the world. It is a guarding instinct. In a wild pack, the alpha, or the most vulnerable members, rest in the center, while the protectors take the edge facing outward. It is protection through positioning. They sit where they can see danger coming, so you don't have to. And for emotionally bonded dogs, especially rescues, or those who are naturally protective, this becomes second nature. They don't just lie beside you, they cover your blind spot. It implies that they trust you completely not to hurt them from behind, and they are dedicating their attention to keeping your environment safe. It may not look like affection, but that still backward posture is a selfless gesture. It says, I've got this, you rest. So next time your dog turns their back to you, don't call them rude. Know that they are watching out for you in the way they know best. And finally, we come to the gesture that ties it all together. The one that happens when words aren't enough, when emotion hangs thick in the air, and they simply need to make contact. 9. Why they put their paw on you. You're sitting there. Maybe you're feeling low. Maybe you're just quiet, lost in thought. And then without warning, you feel it. A paw. Soft, still resting gently on your arm, your leg, or your hand. They don't scratch. They don't look at you with begging eyes for food. They just place their paw on you and stay. To someone else, this might look like a trick. Oh, he wants to shake hands. But to your dog, this is a bridge. It is how they say, I am here. In canine communication, physical touch is one of the most powerful signals. Placing a paw is an act of active empathy. It is static electricity connecting two living beings. For many dogs, especially those who are incredibly attuned to their owners, this becomes instinct when they sense a shift in your vibe. They see your body stiffen. They hear the change in your breath, and they reach out. Not to take, but to give. They are saying, I can't fix this. I don't understand taxes, or heartbreaks, or bad days, but I will sit with you through it. Some dogs will do this right before you cry. Others during grief. Some even do it when they themselves are scared, looking for reassurance. It is a request for shared strength. So next time it happens, don't brush it off. Don't grab the paw and shake it playfully if the moment feels quiet. Just put your hand on top of theirs. Sit in the silence. Because that paw isn't asking for something. It is offering something. It is offering presence. Because now that you've seen what each gesture means, each sigh, each lean, each gaze, each paw, you realize something you hadn't before. These weren't just habits. They weren't just quirks. They were conversations. Your dog has been speaking to you all along. Every lean said, I trust you. Every sigh meant, I'm safe now. Every gentle paw was their way of saying, you're not alone. They don't use words, but they've never needed to. Because presence, loyalty, and love, that's a language of its own. And now you speak it too. I want to invite you to do something special today. Go down to the comments section and simply write the name of your dog. Let's create a massive memorial of names to honor these incredible souls who love us so deeply without ever saying a word. I'll be reading through them and sending love to every single one. Thank you for watching, and give your best friend a hug from me.